This is our fifth talk of the afternoon, and I'm joined by Jumaldi Alfi and Fong, his translator. Jumaldi's work is here in the fair at, I'll tell you.
3x22. Okay.
Yeah, here on the third floor at Shinshin Gallery.
Yeah, Shinshin Gallery.
Yeah. Do you want to tell us about what you're showing?
Cerita tentang Iya, yang aku tampilin itu ada seri dari Blackboard series, the Monument the Past, gitu kan. It's okay if I Indonesia dan kebetulan ada dikuratori oleh Valerie gitu.
Ya, karya yang saya tampilkan I get mixed up. Sorry, the works that I'm showing here it's part of the series of the Blackboard series, and then Monumental from the Past, and it's curated with Valerie Sidoran.
Yeah.
And these are very large, well, not very large, but large paintings that are a kind of reproduction of a blackboard with a wooden border, and then text on the paintings or on the canvases. Do you want to tell us about the text?
Yeah.
Translation.
Yeah. 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 Jadi idenya kan tentang monumen, monumen. Jadi semua. Jadi satu seri itu sebenarnya, maka kita lupa itu kan ada harusnya itu monumen of the past. Jadi itu semua kepingan masa lalu yang aku bekukan di dalam karya seni lukis gitu.
Actually, the whole series of work that he's showing here now, it's part of the series called Monument from the Past. So it's showing pieces of the past. So it includes the Blackboard series and the cactus, yeah. And okay.
Ya. Terus aku ingin berbagi pengalaman. Aku pikir semua orang kan juga punya kenangan, dan mungkin lukisan itu bisa menghubungkan kenangan kita bersama gitu. Jadi bisa share gitu.
Yeah, I just would like to share the memory from my past, and I believe everyone here also have memories from their own past, from their own childhood. And I hope, I wish that when they look at my works, that could bring back their own past, their own memories from their own childhood.
Penting, karena semua orang nanti bisa terprovokasi gitu. Ya teksnya itu penting gitu.
So the text itself is pretty important, because by reading the text it might ignite from their past experience. Yeah.
Okay.
And speaking of past experience, I mean, what I know about you is that you were a member of the Gendler art group.
Yeah.
Could you maybe describe what the group was and who the other members were? It's quite an important collective from Indonesia and the...
Oke. Jadi Jendela itu adalah sebenarnya bukan kelompok ideologi, tapi pada awalnya adalah sebuah kelompok pertemanan, satu kelas. Bagaimana kita ingin survive di kesenian, lalu kita berbagi kekuatan gitu loh, atau saling untuk memperkuat kepercayaan diri itulah.
Jadi teman kuliah diisi.
Ya.
Actually, it all started as a friendship group. We all came studied art together, the same class, the same year, and we joined together. Join power, because at that time we were still very young and not very confident. So by joining our power together, we became much more confident with ourselves, and we can explore more freely.
Ya, pada awalnya jadi nggak ada ideologi tertentu, tapi setelah dalam perjalanan akhirnya kita istilahnya walaupun tidak memanifestokan ya ideologi itu, kita akhirnya ada gitu kan. Jadi bagaimana kita membuat seni itu ya seperti formalisasi seni itu kepentingan seni tanpa ada embel-embel di belakang.
So along the way, although at the beginning we never thought about a certain ideological base for our group, but along the way then it develops, and we believe that we could create art for an art's sake. You don't have to be, through the power of art, and not having to, doesn't have to be burdened with other stories, like a background stories that for them is just like an illustration.
This is member. Maybe you can see here. This the first me, Jumaldi Alfi, and then Rudi Mantovani, and then Handi Wirman, Yusra Martunus, and then Yunizar. Yeah, this is a member of the Gendler.
But were your interests political, or
Yeah, people talk to us that Gendler is not political, but honestly, political is not about politik itu bukan hanya sekedar lalu kamu bicara tentang persoalan sosial, gitu kan? Di seni itu sendiri juga ada politikal, jadi kan politikal itu sebenarnya kehidupan. Jadi Gendler itu sebenarnya politikal, itu adalah politik sosial. Nah, ya sudut pandangnya bagaimana kita melihat politik itu sebenarnya. Politik apa? Jadi politik kesenian atau politik dalam konteks sosial.
I'll try my best to translate. So for him, art doesn't have to be political, but actually, when we talk about political, it's quite.
I just want to make it clear. What do you mean about the political? Is about the social political or the? But because we, like when the Gendler, the choice of the way, like when we didn't think about the social politics, because we are not, we don't want to be like like somebody just looking, because we there, and how can we, when we do, people can understand. We don't want like the somebody in a hike, oh this and this, make this, because we there, and we weren't showing we there, and maybe when you compare with the political, with the friends, us in Indonesia, like there's some another artist with itu pilihan kita bukan di sana, karena kita yang di sana gitu.
Okay. So for him, because they are part of the social political situation there, so they don't want to talk about it anymore.
But among an older generation of Indonesian artists, there's been a lot of working through kind of. I'm not going to say that it's very personal work, but it also has to do with kind of recovering a repressed history, in the 90s, and thinking about the self in relationship to history and the state. But you're from a younger generation in a way, so I'm interested in that. How you're defining yourself, or how you would see the group in relation to, say, August Soage or FX Harsano or these older artists.
Jadi dia mau tahu, karena menurut dia kamu termasuk yang angkatan generasi muda dalam lukisan dunia seni kontemporer. Nah, di masa lalu kan banyak referensi kayak zaman Soeharto. Jadi zaman itu, jadi kayak misalnya contohnya angkatan yang udah tua kayak Agus gitu ya. Nah, dia kan karyanya lebih komentar sosial politik. Nah, posisi itu gimana?
Okay, maybe we can I can terangkan explain. When you see the Indonesian artists, you cannot see just only one Indonesian, because Indonesia is so big, not like the Malaysia or the Singapore. Gendler, there's a majority. Gendler come from the Sumatra, West Sumatra, if you know, this is Sumatra with Java is just totally different about the the culture, and then that's why for us the Sumatran, especially for the West Sumatra artists, there's no time for us to talk about the Democrat, because in our culture we have the Democrat, we have very Democrat, in our rule, in our culture, but maybe in Javanese, because the central there's more feudalism, this is they need democracy, and that's why when for us the pilihan sebagai seni itu berbeda, karena honestly in culture in the West Sumatra, for us art is only like like the playing, not about the something and for me this is a situation when I moved to Javanese is like the something yang membingungkan, karena pada awalnya in the beginning in my country in West Sumatra art is only like ngabisin waktu gitu kan. Nah tapi tiba-tiba di Jawa itu bisa menjadi penting, itu menjadi alat gitu kan. Nah akhirnya kan ya.
So in West Sumatra, the culture is quite different from Java. Like in Java is very feudalistic, very hierarchical, whereas in Sumatra, especially West Sumatra, it's much more democratic. So where they come from, art is something they do. It's not a tool. You don't use it to gain another goal. Art is the goal itself. But when they came to Java to study art, they see it's very different, because there are a lot of artists using art as a tool, as a social tool.
And then maybe because karena juga ketakutan gitu kan. You know the situation when Suharto regime, how long he's represent itu and then jadi ada sebuah peristiwa politik yang tiba-tiba orang Sumatera tidak mau lagi urusan dengan politik. Nah, padahal dulu itu founding fathers itu banyak dari Sumatera. Terus akhirnya mereka menjauh dari sana, terutama senimannya, karena mereka tidak ingin lagi urusan seperti itu. Dan akhirnya lebih pada pencarian jati diri sendiri. Jadi bagaimana akhirnya seperti Jendela sebagai contohnya, dia melihat bagai karya seni itu kita pandang sebagai seni. Awal-awalnya itu kita melihat bahwa dari bagaimana menikmati garis, bagaimana menikmati komposisi, bagaimana menikmati warna. Nah, cerita-cerita di belakang itu hanya ilustrasi, background kan. Karena buat kita itu tidak penting, karena karya itu akan berbunyi kalau pengalaman yang sama dengan apresiasinya. Nggak perlu ada cerita di sana gitu. Awalnya seperti itu.
Yeah, so go back to if you look at the history in Sumatra, actually a lot of the founding fathers or the national hero of Indonesia, they came from Sumatra. But then after the Republic was born, there's a lot of disappointment. So then a lot of Sumatran people, they retreated to themselves. So instead of actively trying to fight the central government, then they tend to look internal, like look for their own identity, and yeah.
Yep. I mean, the paintings of yours that I've seen, there's a series called Achilles' Heel, which are very realist depictions of feet with bands of tape, as well as the blackboards. I mean, they are very, as you were saying earlier, very personal.
Yes.
But also they seem very metaphoric.
Yeah. Honestly, for me, there's honestly, I don't want to talk too much about my art, because I want to make they independent. I want the people when they look or they see my work, they can their own interpretation about it. But okay, I can talk about the idea, why the Achilles, why the big step, why the blackboard, in my I believe we here because our past, If we cannot forget about our past, if you want to go to future, you must understand about your past, and that's why. Jadi Hati maybe lebih bagus. Jadi saya ngelihat sebagai seorang seniman ada pertumbuhan yang ada pada saya. Jadi saya harus lebih ada. Jadi bagaimana ketika saya harus melakukan apa sebagai dalam di dunia ini sekarang lebih gimana? Jadi saya harus lebih hati-hati. Nah, sebuah hati-hati itu adalah aksi yang tidak adalah kamu saat ini. Bagaimana dari seni yang keterbukaan ini dengan digital, global, segala kemungkinan itu bisa hadir. Kita harus berpikir ulang menetapkan langkah kita.
So the Achilles series actually is talk about reminding myself, I mean himself, to to be careful. Always, when you walk through life, as an artist, he has grown a lot recently, and getting bigger. And also, the world around him changes a lot with the coming with the digital age and the internet and everything. And he needs to be careful with his walk. And
terus kaitannya dengan Achilles itu tokoh di legenda Yunani yang terkenal dengan kekuatan dan ini karena salah melangkah satu aja kelemahannya salah melangkah dan kita pernah ada dia karena nggak ada.
Yeah. So just like Achilles in the Greek mythology, he's actually like a very superhuman, powerful, supposedly to be immortal, but only just one small little weakness, then he died. So he doesn't want to be like that. So he wants to always remember that you have your own weakness. And the blackboard is like at school when you're little, you study in school and you have the blackboard. So you want to always remember, you have to always learn. You never, and you learn not only about now or in the future, but most importantly about your own past. You have to remember the past in order to grow into the future.
Great, and these paintings are on view again at Symbolism Gallery, just down the hall that way. And what are you holding here as a final?
Oh, ini kebetulan aku juga selain di Symbolism ada grup exhibition di Nadi. In Hong Kong I represent with Symbolism, but here I join with the Nadi too.
Okay,
with the
so
group,
also showing with Nadi
group show.
Gallery.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Okay.
And so they're also there. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jumaldi. Thank you, Fong, for the translation.